Good afternoon, YouTubers. This is your zip code Freak. Matt Shiny here in the 92805 zip code at the ZCF Studios on this Saturday, August 1st in Southern California. And the first zip code in Maryland is what we're doing today. Well, or rather, the first zip code we're doing in this show, not the first one ever made. 20636, Hollywood, Maryland, in St. Mary's County. As I mentioned in my video about Maryland, this is the first area that was settled by European types that came over here in the 1620s and 30s. St. Mary's County and Hollywood, of course, are in southern Maryland off the Patuxent River and Chesapeake Bay. And it's by and large rural and agriculture here. There are 10,582 people or thereabouts in this 36.8 square mile area. So pretty low density. 79.9% white, 5.7% Hispanic, 6.3% two or more. That's your top three. And poverty rates 3.8%, or less than half of Maryland's of 9.1%. Median household income is $163,690, and median home value right now is $518,000. The area is known for the Sotterley Plantation, where, among other things, they used to grow tobacco, and it's now a historical site to visit. And there's also Greenwell State Park nearby. The area is pretty much pine forest, and there is no downtown here. So if you want rural living among the pines, this is the place. Although it's not necessarily cheap, as you can tell by the home values I just brought to you. The area was settled in 1690. I said St. Mary's County was settled in 1634, or at least people first visited there. But it took a little while for people to venture much beyond a landing site. And even though this area does extend out to the Patuxent River, or Pax as it's known by locals, there's quite a bit of land down here, and took a little bit of time. So Hollywood, right now they're farming, as I said, used to be tobacco, and there's now soybeans, corn, hay, grains, and wheats. And even though it's sort of rural and a little bit off the beaten track, not that far off the beaten track, and you'll see why in a moment, even though it is kind of a good place for families and retirees, median age is 39.4 years. The area is not that far off the beaten track. It's 58 miles to D.C., Washington, D.C., that is. It's 63.8 miles to Annapolis, which is the capital of Maryland, and it's 64 flying miles to Baltimore, south of it, that is, which is the largest city in Maryland, farther up into the state. If you want to drive to Baltimore from here, 84 miles. So probably there might be a regional or municipal airport from which to take off, but my guess is you'd probably be stuck driving, unless you charter a small plane. Hollywood is actually known, besides the Sotterley Plantation and the Barber family that worked this thing, it's also known for has a celebrity, but he's not a human celebrity. He's passed away. Those of you alive, those of you paying attention during Clinton's presidency, Bill Clinton, the 42nd president of the United States, 1993 to 2001. He and Hillary and Chelsea had a pet cat named Socks. And after Socks was done being Clinton's pet, it went with someone who worked as secretary in that administration. And that secretary had, maybe still has, a house in this area. And Socks the cat lived with her until his death in 2009 at the age of 20. So Socks had a pretty long life for a cat, and what better place than woods and quiet, something a cat would love. So this is the place. Socks the cat's probably the most famous sentient being that I could find that's connected to Hollywood, Maryland. So 20636 Hollywood, Maryland. If you like, hit like. If you don't, hit don't. Leave a comment in the comments section below. And we'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.